Welcome to Skin Deep here on Sirius XM Radio, channel 141 HUR Voices. I'm your host, Sharrarne Morton. And listen, I will be talking to Senita M. Hill, an award winning speaker and nonprofit founder with over 20 years of executive experience in federal acquisition, healthcare operations, and women's leadership. As lead project manager for the U.S. Department of Commerce, Senita has transformed contracting processes across 11 federal bureaus, earning honors such as the Chief Acquisition Officer Excellence Award. That's fantastic. And as Dr. Pam Perry's 2025 Speak, Sell, Shine Top Women's Award winner, and I was there to see her accept her award, she is also known as the leader of Peace on Patuxent, a nonprofit sanctuary supporting women facing life leveling cancers. Sunita's a dynamic voice featured on the November 2025 cover of Speakers Magazine, also published by Pam Perry. And she's known for blending strategy with soul, leading with compassion, and creating lasting impact. So, as I always like to say, we're going to be doing more than just scratching the surface. Here on Skin Deep, we're talking all about peace and taking a pause with Senita Hill. And by the way, if you want to reach out, email us at skindeepradioshow@gmail.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with information you just can't afford to miss here on Skin Deep. Welcome back to Skin Deep here on Sirius XM Radio. As I mentioned before the break, I have Senita Hill, who leads Peace on Patuxent, a nonprofit sanctuary supporting women facing life leveling cancers. Welcome to the show, Senita. So good to have you on.
Thank you, Sharrarne. It is such an honor and a privilege to be on Skin Deep. It is just, as I said, it's cream on the top just to be here and interviewed by you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And congratulations on the Speak Sell Shine Award from Dr. Pam Perry, who's my mentor. She's everybody's mentor. And for being the cover girl on her Speakers Magazine for November 2025. That's amazing.
Yes, this is it. Indeed. Thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Not only, let me just to say Pam Perry is my PR and then of course a mentor, which is what got me following her.
Yeah.
But to have you and your sisters in the audience at
Yeah.
dinner
Yeah.
was, again, it was just a privilege. So warm,
Thank
so
you.
embracing, so welcoming. So again, thank you.
Yes, of course. So let's talk about Peace on Patuxent. Tell everybody where that's located, because I know it's not far from me. You're here in the DMV, DC, Maryland,
Mhm.
Virginia area, and tell us what the need was to start a sanctuary like Peace on Patuxent.
Okay. So Peace on Perception is located in Laurel, which is at actually, I tell everyone, it's at the apex. We're right at the tip, most northern point of Prince George's County. But we
And that's
sit
Maryland for my listeners, because I have listeners all over the country and the world. So that's we're talking
in,
about Maryland, Laurel,
yes,
Maryland. Yes.
Laurel, Maryland. Yeah, absolutely. But in our county, we're at the apex of five counties, four
Hmm.
counties, and they all intersect right here. However, we service the whole state of Maryland, DC, and Virginia. And Peace on Patuxent came to be because my mother was diagnosed with lung cancer almost 20 something odd years ago. Uh, Probably 6 months after I was diagnosed with MGUS, which is the precursor to multiple myeloma.
Oh,
I know today, and for many people, multiple myeloma in the African American community is a blood disease. But we hear more of multiple myeloma on the other side, which is leukemia. So,
okay.
so we know leukemia. We don't know multiple myeloma because in our community, I don't believe we talk about it as much.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what it is. You said it's a blood disease. So I'm
it's
glad you brought
blood
that.
cancer.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's just a
Okay.
crosswalk depending on what side of, if you're Caucasian, it's leukemia. If you're
Okay.
African American, it's multiple myeloma.
I see.
Um,
Okay.
and so when I was diagnosed, and then my mom was diagnosed. But what I did was I started seeing an oncologist, And shortly thereafter, after when my mother was diagnosed, I sort of just tucked mine in the back pocket,
Mm-hmm.
because it was more important for me to support her, to make sure that she received all the care and everything that was out there in the community for her. What she taught me was that sitting in the gardens was really important. That was the most important thing. She also taught me that I need to allow her to have her voice and listen to what it is that she wanted to do, how she wanted to run her journey,
Mm-hmm.
which is what Peace on Patuxent is all about. Allowing a woman a place to pause and think about how they want to run their journey. And while they're doing that, we serve them, we honor them as the queen that they are. And that's Peace on Patuxent, all at no cost.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out what's next and what's next for them during this difficult time, and they're doing that at your sanctuary at no cost. Your sanctuary is for women who have different, like you said, life leveling cancers.
Mhm.
So is it an overnight retreat? What is it? How long are they able to stay there? How is it that they, there's no charge for them? Let my listeners know about that.
Okay, great. So at Peace on Patuxent, we have what we call three. We have three programs. There is the overnight program. You can come and stay for 2 days at no cost if you're in the area, the DMV area,
Hmm.
DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And if you're accepted into the overnight program or you're accepted to stay, the requirement is that one, you're an adult, 18 years and older, and that you're independent enough to be on your own because we don't allow providers, supporters, family members. It's just for the woman to
Okay.
come and stay. And it's for 2 days. If she stays overnight in our local commuting area, we provide transportation, not Uber, not Lyft. We send a limousine to
Wow.
pick her up from door to door. Once she comes, once she arrives, she is greeted with fanfare, crowned with the crown,
Oh.
given breakfast and lunch. We serve her, and then she takes part in whatever activities that we may have. And so that's for 2 days. The second path is that a woman, if she cannot come and stay overnight, or she just is not comfortable staying overnight away from home, she can come and stay for the day. And
Okay.
again, and for the day retreat is the same. She provides her own transportation. She comes on her own. She's able to leave on her own. She is still greeted with the fanfare. She's still crowned with. She has a the day retreat has a purple carpet. The overnight retreat has a red carpet. So they
Okay.
come. The one thing is that they come together and they intersect to form a community. They intersect at an activity, whether it's yoga, centering, intentional meditation. Together they come. The staff, which is all made up of volunteers, they are invisible. So we're
Mm.
just here to serve and cater them. But it's really to allow the woman to one, get in touch with herself, sit in a space where she is quiet and she has time to listen to whatever she deems as her spiritual or not
Mhm.
place. But it's
Okay.
not, it's just so that she can decompress and pause.
Yeah.
And
I-
then our third, we have one more program.
Okay.
It's called the ambassador program, where the woman, after she's gone and she's gone on back home, and she's telling everybody about the program, we allow them to come back and become participators in the actual creation and sustainability of Peace on Patuxent. And that's our ambassador program. And they're out in the community.
Oh,
And they're out in the community with tutus and their tiaras.
yours. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And how many women are in this community? Because that's what it feels like or sounds like, a
Mhm.
community of
It is.
women who have something in common. And you said they're helping you to kind of design and create these experiences, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
help us to continue to communicate it out in the communities. They help us to demystify the stigmatism of being alone, of
Hmm.
not telling anyone. So they're out in the community. Those are our ambassadors. The women that come, when they come and stay for 2 days, and that 2 day time period, we have 6 women 2 overnights, 4-day retreat. We have the capacity to grow up to 2 more at bringing on. We're bringing on 2 more bedrooms, which will be a total of 8 women at one time.
Okay.
As we continue to grow, we will continue to operate. Currently, we're at 1 weekend a month, and we're going to expand into 2 weekends a month until we're full every day except for 1 day a week. So we are continuing to grow.
Are you funded by grants or the government? I mean, how do you get your funding so that you can have these women stay at no cost?
We are still self-funding.
Oh,
We
wow.
have, yes, I have been self-funding. This is our fifth year in operation, second year, going into our third year now, full operation, fully operational, but 5 years of being established. And so just making sure that we get and keep this operational, we are applying for grants. But in the formative years, it was all self-funding. This past year and the year before, I believe I don't want to call anything small. We've gotten some grants from our county, which is Prince George's County. They
Yeah.
have participated, and we're in the city of Laurel, so they have really supported us and donated their space. We have an annual tea that they have provided space for. So we get donations and grants. So yes, we're open to that.
Yeah, yeah. And so how can people reach out to you? Like where do they go? Is there a website if they want to make donations? Where can they find you and more information?
We're at peaceonpatuxent.org, and it is that bird is flying behind me, which is Peace on Patuxent. It is peaceonpatuxent.org, and then if you go there, you can find out how to donate. If you want to contact me directly, it is Senita.Hill@peaceonpatuxent.org.
And folks, Patuxent is spelled P as in Paul, Atuxent. Is that correct, Sunita?
That is correct for those
Yeah.
that can't screw.
Right, because there's a lot of people that are not familiar with the DMV, with Maryland, and they have never heard of Patuxent. So we make
Absolutely.
sure that they have it correctly. Peace on Patuxent,
Yeah.
Patuxent.org. So when we get back from break, Sunita, I want to talk about creating this wonderful space for rest in a world that celebrates constant motion, go, 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 go. And it's important that people understand that resting is medicine. So we'll talk about that after the break. Folks, you
Yeah.
stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back here on Skin Deep on Sirius XM Radio with Sunita Hill, the founder of Peace One Patuxent. So, Sunita, let's talk about creating space for rest in a world that celebrates constant motion, constant go, 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 constant grinding. No one takes naps anymore except me. I'm the only one I know amongst all my friends that take naps every day. I need my rest, right? So, how does Peace on Potomac redefine rest as a form of strength, reflection, and self preservation?
Well, first, the fact that I'll start with many women when they're diagnosed, or many people, specifically women, when they're diagnosed with cancer, they're told that they have choices. They're said, okay, you have choices, and they lay out the choices for them. But in actuality, they don't have any choices. Their path is already chosen for them. What chemo they will take, what radiation they will take, and how and where they will go, and
Mm,
what surgeries. There are no choices. There is no pause. So you go from, I'll reflect back to my mom again. You just go from appointment to appointment to appointment to appointment without even catching your breath.
oh, that's,
Peace on Patuxent is the pause.
mm-hmm,
It is the place where you can just pause and catch your breath.
mm-hmm,
One of my board members, when she came and she was working for hospice, and she says, I see people in hospice, that they're diagnosed. Well, peace on Patuxent is the in between for a woman.
okay,
She
yeah.
is the in between diagnosis and hospice for many.
Mm,
And for that gives back a resemblance of what life was about before. It gives a resemblance of what it can be again, and
Yeah.
that you see me and you honor me. It's not just I am my cancer, because you know when when you're diagnosed, it's, oh, she's diagnosed, and then when she's not diagnosed, it's like she's out of remission.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what about all of the anxieties that she may have, she's still dealing with while she's going through it? She
Mm,
still needs a place to pause. She
yeah.
still needs that silence. And so for many of the women, the feedback that we've received is that this is the place where they may not have cried since the day they were diagnosed. So they
Mm-hmm.
weren't given permission or given time to cry, because you have your family and your friends, or whomever. You got the doctor's expectations, the family expectations. But here you can just pause and just take back your own, your voice.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's important. So when many of them walk away, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I needed it. And we're catering to them. We're serving them. We
Yeah.
are still, as I tell people, we're still mothers, daughters, wives, sisters. We're still all of that. And so you come here and you're just, I am just that person who I didn't even know that I was worthy of being taken care of in this manner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that in itself gives a sense of healing to the woman.
It does, yes. And sometimes for women, it's hard to shut our brains off because so many people depend on us and we're constantly doing, doing, doing for everyone else. It's
Mhm.
good to get away to an environment like Peace on Patuxent and just relax, not worry about everybody else, just worry about yourself. That is just such a woosah moment. And
Yeah.
what I wanted to know though is how are you able to bring Peace on Potomac to fruition while at the same time I'm thinking you're taking care of your mother and trying to take care of yourself because you've been diagnosed shortly. I don't know if you were diagnosed first or shortly thereafter. How
Mhm.
were you able to do all of those things?
Well, I did not. Let me tell you, that was 20 when my mother was diagnosed, was almost 20 years ago. So I've
Okay.
spent um, the majority of my time since then. I still see a doctor. I see a doctor every 6 months. And if my numbers look a little wacky, I'm in there every year to 6 months, depending on how they look or
Mm-hmm.
depending on where we are. But I spent the time out in the community. I tell everyone I spent all of the time between that and now. What I didn't know was preparing to open up Peace on Patuxent. I
Mm.
did not know that this was the path for me. I thought the path was I was going to, going to retire and live this luscious life in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that I know that God spoke to me and said, that is not what you will do. What you will do is use your property to open Peace on Patuxent. This is what I've been grooming you for. This is why you were there. This is why you were the champion speaker. This is why you supported the American Lung Association. So though that is what I was doing all that time, and now here is Peace on Patuxent. And so that's what I've been
So, Sunita, how does community support play a role in helping these women in your community, helping them to decompress, to reconnect, to rediscover their sense of peace? And I also wanted you to let the audience know how difficult was it to put together this this sanctuary. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced bringing Peace on Potomac to fruition?
Okay. So some of the challenges for Peace on Patuxent was one, funding. First, it's always funding. Funding
It's
is
always funding for
always funding. I'll
everyone.
start with that. But
Yeah.
that's for any nonprofit. But more importantly, because people don't understand the need.
Mhm.
It's hard. Uh, People think of respite as oh, they can come and live. And so that requires a different skill set. Well, we're not affiliated with any hospitals, any doctors, or anything. That we actually cut the cord intentionally.
Okay.
So that because we don't want, and I know we got a few minutes, we don't want doctors, nurses. I believe that the team, your team, if you are deemed non-compliant because you don't want to do X, Y, or Z, you don't want to do it their way, they can make or break a patient's
Spirit.
treatment.
Yeah. And spirit.
treatment and right. And I have my own story about that we can share another day, but they can make a break. And so we're not here to be a part of that, not to be connected. And for
Mm.
them, it's just so rewarding that no one is, they don't have to weigh in.
Yeah.
They don't have to be a part of the study. So all of that. So in the community, we had to get zoned. I had to get my residence, this residence, it's not my residence anymore, it's the property. We had to
Okay.
get the property zone because it's in a residential neighborhood, very
Okay.
quiet residential neighborhood. We had to
Mhm.
make sure that everything was right just for that woman's setting. So the
Yeah.
community has supported the city of Laurel. Um, Once we started getting everything going, they were able to help me go through it. And they recognized that we were one of a kind. And they
Yeah.
were like, okay, we approved. We had to pay for it, but we approved it. So we
Yeah.
went through the process. It was grueling.
Yeah. I can
And
imagine.
then the community and even the neighbors, they understood. They came out to talk about, to attest to my character as a woman, my
Yeah.
character as a neighbor, my character as just being in the community and even being a part of the DMV area.
Yeah. Yeah.
That stands for it. That says a lot for itself. So the community has come out and support, and they continue to donate where they can. But
Yeah.
yet,
That's
our
great.
struggle, our one of our struggles, or one of our challenges, is getting the right persons, the right professionals to join a team,
Yeah. Yeah.
people to sit on our board, and to get funding. And that's what a skill set and funding is the hardest thing to get.
Yeah. Well, we have to wrap up the show. I do
Yeah,
want to thank you. You're doing God's work.
thank you.
And you're bringing peace and calm into these women's lives. And I know they appreciate you. Tell us one last time, what is the website?
The website is www.peace, like PEACE, on Patuxent, peaceonpatuxent.org. And
Yes.
we're located in Maryland.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's it
Thank
for
you.
now, folks. I'm your host, Sharrarne Morton, with Dr. Pam Perry's 2025 Speak Sell Shine Award winner and the founder of Peace on Patuxent, Senita Hill. You know, I have to mention Dr. Pam, right?
Absolutely, please do.
Yes, yes, yes. So listen, folks, I hope that you take the information we provided today and use it to grow your peace. You can
Yes,
hear the show on Sirius XM Radio Channel 141 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, as well as on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and all of the streaming platforms. And hit me up at skindeepradioshow@gmail.com or check me out at Sharron_Morton on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks again for tuning in on all things that are skin deep.